Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to stick with the same intro. It's kind of ingrained into my brain already, which is kind of funny, but hope you're all doing well. I'm currently, backing up, but looking at the very end of the sunset. So it's gonna be another dark one today. I apologize, I can't control whatever you want to call that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be a little bit of a dark one today, but yeah, hope you're all doing well. It's Tuesday, 5/11. Just got out. Pretty good day, in case you were wondering. Didn't have too much to do today. Had a decent amount to do, and then at the very beginning of the day, one of my very kind teammates offered to take this one thing off my hands. I was pretty much going to be the majority of my working day, so it was a very pleasant surprise. Very grateful for that. If that person's watching this video, shout out. You're a real one for that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So wasn't too crazy of a day. Honestly, went by pretty fast, which is always, much appreciated. So that's cool. Yeah, good day at the office. If you had a day at the office today, hope yours was good as well. But yeah, gonna have to turn the light on in a sec. But gonna be a pretty cool video today. Yeah, gonna be a pretty cool video today because I'm not going home. I'm actually going to this restaurant to meet and have dinner, catch up with one of my teammates from college that I played lacrosse with. So that's gonna be really cool. And so it's gonna be like a 50-ish minute drive, so I'm gonna be here talking a while. So I have the navigation in my phone because it's a place in a town that I'm unfamiliar with, and so I have navigation. So again, we're kind of multitasking a lot here. I have this going on my phone, and also the directions in my phone as well, but I can't see the directions until they pop up on my screen because I'm currently having like the camera thing on my phone right now. So it'll be interesting. I looked at the very first thing I have to do, the very first few turns I have to make, and then from there, just hoping that I keep my eye on the directions when they pop up, so I'm able to make it to dinner on time. But yeah, also we'll see how traffic is. It doesn't say it should be too bad right now. Again, like 50 minutes, so hopefully that holds. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so pretty good day at work. Got a good amount of stuff done, which always feels good. The day went by pretty fast, but didn't really think of, there wasn't really something too major that jumped out to me, as into what to make a video about today. So I think this is going to be a pretty heavy wing it video. Again, we'll be here for like 50-ish minutes. It's gonna be a long one today, just giving you a warning. It's gonna be a long one. Gonna be a long one and a dark one. But we'll get through it, and I'll just kind of throw a lot of spaghetti on the wall, just toss out a lot of different things to say, and if something sticks and I can run with it, awesome. If not, then I can conjure up something else to say. So it'll all work out in the end. Yeah, first things first, we have to actually get out of this business lot, which is going to be a task in of itself. But so yeah, where to start? So oh, by the way, just to, I guess, stall a little more and give you guys some more updates. You might be a little surprised that there wasn't a video on Monday. and I have good reasoning for it. I wasn't lazy, I promise you. So it turns out, I didn't know this until Friday, but it turns out that because of Veterans Day this past Monday, I had off of work, so I didn't have to, work on Monday, so that's why you didn't get a video. So again, it's Tuesday, and if you were kind of caught by surprise a little bit that I didn't have a video out yesterday, that's my reasoning for that. So yeah, I guess the plan, talking about that now, is that so there's gonna be a video today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So the next 3 days there's gonna be a video. I'll still work from home Friday, so Thursday's gonna be the last video of the week. So that's the plan as it stands with these videos. Again, I'm trying to, I do think it was good to start out with 5 videos a week and then, kind of adjust from there, but have a solid foundation with the amount of videos I have on this channel. But yeah, so went from 5 videos to 3, and I'm pretty happy with 3. I don't want to dip below 3. Again, if life happens and something comes up, then that's totally fine. Like, you have to let life happen sometimes, but I think 3 is a good number. And plus, I also just prefer to be in office compared to working from home, so it kind of works out for the both of us, so that's always cool. But yeah, we're still struggling to actually get out of this parking lot, which is, I'm always trying to be patient, but we haven't been sitting here quite a while. Yeah, also, I'm gonna keep stalling a little more, but actually getting to the office was crazy this morning too, in case you were wondering. It took I'm only 20 minutes from the office. It took me close to an hour to get there this morning. One of the main roads was closed, and then so I had to go on the highway before the main highway, which is always already super packed and bumper to bumper traffic. So then combine that with everyone who usually takes the main road has to take the highway now, and that, yeah, it was a mess. But we got there just fine. We weren't late or anything, so that was good. Cut it a bit close, to be honest, but we made it just fine. All right, almost. Let me concentrate for a few seconds here. Sorry, want to be family friendly on this channel. Okay. We're out. We're mobile. All right, so see, I had an interesting weekend. Had a fun weekend. Don't want to seem sketchy or anything saying that it was interesting. I gotta turn here. Yeah, my directions are sideways and it's dark out. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting combination, but had a pretty good weekend. Went on a hike. I'm getting into hiking now. I found that it's something that just feeds my soul quite a lot, and so I keep doing it. It makes, for me, it's a good way to move. So yeah, it's a good way to move my body in a more unconventional way, rather than say just going to the gym or going on a run. So I like that, and plus it's always good just to get outside, get fresh air, and again, it really just feeds my soul a lot. Makes me feel very good, makes me think a lot of good thoughts, and I don't know, I've kind of realized something about me that just kind of getting out in nature and reconnecting with nature. Something about it, don't really know what, but again, it just really goes a long way to just to feed my soul and make me feel very good. So hence, I keep doing it. What's something up here? My phone's sideways and the directions are sideways, so I have to turn my head sideways. As a result, fun one today it's gonna be. So yeah, so that was my weekend kind of in a nutshell. Again, there's more to that, but that was kind of the biggest thing that happened. And so again, just to kind of share the message of just, feeding your soul and finding things that feed your soul and doing those things is, you should do the same thing too if you don't already. Life is, I think, something that if we let it slip by, it does so very easily, and it's not always the easiest thing, especially at first, but you really do have to take some time to kind of detach from everything, and again ask yourself some very important questions, and to really do a bunch of things and experiment with yourself in a way, and find out who you really are, and find out what you really like, and find out what you're meant to be doing on this planet while you're on it. And again, kind of relating back to the message I shared in previous videos, really you do that by listening to your soul and following your intuition, and following your deepest joys and passions and excitements and all that kind of stuff. I really do think that doing those things not only allows you to, it's a double-edged sword. It allows you both to live the highest quality life possible, and also the life that you're ultimately meant and supposed to be living in the first place. So again, I guess for me, I'm slowly learning that means being with nature and being adventurous and kind of stuff surrounding that. And so yeah, I have a feeling that it's, of course, doing what I'm doing now that I really enjoy, it's going to lead to much greater things, much more enjoyable things in my life, and it's going to lead me to exactly where I need to be, and where I'm supposed to be, and where I belong. So yeah, I think that's a pretty peaceful, pretty beautiful, pretty good message to share with you guys. So it also kind of reminds me, talking about being where I need to be and being where I belong. Again, I know I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I think it is also important at the same time to, of course, listen to your soul, follow your intuition, follow your highest dreams and your greatest joys and excitements and passions and all that good stuff. Of course, do that, and do that as much as you possibly can. But also realize that where you are right now, be it if it's a great circumstance in your life, so long as you perceive it that way, or say more of a negative experience and circumstance in your life. Again, it's all perspective, or perception, I should say. But just know that wherever you are in life, whether you prefer to be there or not, it is where you need to be, for oftentimes a much deeper reason than you know and that you realize. I've certainly had those thoughts myself with where I am in life, and I'm sure pretty much everyone who watches this video has felt or is currently feeling the same way, that the place where they're at, of course there's plenty of good to be found in it, but ultimately it's not the place that they prefer to be. And I think it's just a very good message to give, that it may not be the place where you belong or where you're ultimately supposed to be, but it is a place where you need to be right now. It is a place where you can and you should and you will learn a lot from, and that, again, you need to learn a lot from. And you need to be there. You need to learn certain lessons before you kind of move on to the next level, figuratively speaking, and move on to bigger and better things, and take one step after another, and slowly becoming the person you are truly meant to be, and live the life you are truly meant to live, and everything else in between. So again, that's idea number 2 being rattled off to you guys. There was something that I thought could transition to another conversation that I'm trying to remember in the moment. So we'll see if I can remember. But yeah, I think that, you know, part of being at a point in life where you say you realize that you need to be there, even though you don't necessarily prefer to be there. Well, one, always keep your eye on the prize. You know, always keep your mind and your thoughts on, you know, the highest vision of your soul and the highest dream that you can possibly imagine for yourself in your life. Always keep your eye on the prize, even when you're going through, say, the struggles or the not so great times or whatever, trying and character developing times, if you want to call it that. But I think it's also, you know, important to realize that in order to find the way for yourself, you have to first be lost. And that was something that I kind of realized for myself recently. I made a video talking about, like, literally the video is called, like, Getting Lost in the Sauce. It's from, I believe, last week, if I remember correctly. And you know, in the video I kind of just did a little brain dump, if you will, about how pretty much I say what I kind of just summarized. Like, I feel like a little bit lost with everything going on in my life right now, and I'm in a place where I'm grateful to be, but I know it's not meant for me. It's not where I belong, but it, you know, it is where I need to be in the moment. But like, I felt as if I didn't even, you know what I felt like I wanted so many things that I didn't even know what I wanted at the end of the day, or even know how to move forward with any of those things in general. And yeah, just to be short, I felt a little lost, and it was only a temporary thing. You know, with the help of one of you guys, actually, you left a really good comment, and it got me pointed in the right direction pretty quickly. And I wasn't, thankfully, I didn't stay in that position, in that kind of thought process, if you want to call it that, very long. And I've been able to learn from it and grow from it, and kind of escape that feeling that I had in myself of almost feeling a bit lost. It's kind of the best way to describe it. But and what I kind of realized is that, you know, in order to find the way, you must first be lost. Like, if you just know the way, like, if you're never lost throughout the whole process, like, you're never going to find the way. You know, you're just going to kind of go through life. If I hope this is kind of making sense. But in order to find the way, you first have to be lost. Like, you have to go through those challenging times and those confusing times and those trying times to, you know, again, find the way. And at the very end of the day, once you do find the way and you overcome all those obstacles and difficulties and challenges and hurdles in your life, it makes it all the much sweeter. Again, like, life, it's not supposed to be easy. Like, life is hard kind of by design, like, on purpose. Like, there's the difficulties and the struggles and the hurdles and all that stuff. Like, along with failure, it's really some of the greatest teachers that we could ever ask for. And again, you just have to approach everything with the right perspective and the right attitude and the right mentality, and be open to learning from literally every single thing that happens in your life, the good and especially the bad. You know, be open to failure, be open to risk, be open to change, be open to, you know, struggle and difficulty and yeah, just hard times. Be open to that. Like, it's all just a teacher. They're all just messengers at the end of the day, trying to lead you down the best possible path in life and lead you to where, again, you are meant to be and you are supposed to be. So yeah, just know that, again, if you're going through trying times right now, as we all have, and maybe right now as we all are, and most likely as we will in the future at some point, like, in order to find the way, you first must be lost. So yeah, that's another one down. Currently sitting in traffic. There's no directions on my phone at the moment, so I hope I'm on the right road. Yeah, I can't really see around me. There's a big car in front of me. So I'm kind of in the blind a little bit. But yeah, what else can I throw at you guys? I think this has been a good video so far. Definitely challenging, but be it fun at that. And yeah, definitely a shake-up of a video for the both of us. I realized that the last time I made a shake-up video where I drove somewhere that wasn't work, I was driving to go see a concert with my brother. I was wearing the same shirt, maybe even the same pants too. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just the same outfit in general. I don't know. But kind of funny the way it works out. Yeah, kind of funny. That doesn't really have to do with anything. There's not really much to learn from there, but maybe coincidences mean deeper things than we might initially think. But yeah, I guess another thing to kind of throw at you guys that could be helpful is that another thing I did this weekend was I watched back one of my videos that I made. Specifically, it was, let's see if I can remember honestly. I believe it was, yeah. So the video I watched back was from, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Hopefully I'm right. But it was the gratitude habit video. So first off, if you haven't seen that video, go watch. I think I get a pretty good message across. But what was interesting about watching that video was that I haven't kind of like watched back one of my videos like in full, like purely from the perspective of a viewer in a while. So it's kind of cool to do that. I didn't really mean to kind of have like a bit of a revelation with myself, but it happened, which is cool. And I watched back the video and I kind of noticed some things. I kind of noticed how should I word this? I noticed some things, again, from the perspective of a viewer that, if I change a few minor things in, say future videos, aka this video and forward, it could be more of a, let's say, just a better overall experience for all you viewers out there. Yeah, I guess I'll kind of list off what I noticed. I think that it was definitely a good call to take the phone from here and go like that. I definitely think that was a good call. I do think though, and again, like I'm kind of doing the best with what I have in the moment, but of course I think that the video quality could always be a little better. I know I'm shooting on an iPhone and I can only work with whatever the iPhone gives me. So moving on from there, it means that I either decide to invest in, say, an actual camera rather than just use my phone, or maybe I get a new phone sometime soon and one that has like a better camera. I don't know, but there is options that I can take moving forward as to how to get better video quality. And another thing was that sometimes the audio was like, it kind of sounded like kind of iPhone video audio, if that makes sense. And again, I can fix that. It would have to be if I either kind of moved my phone away, because with the way it's set up that I'm looking at it in like the little holder thing, there is a little thing that covers like the bottom speakers part. So maybe that has something to do with why the audio has like an iPhone video audio, which is kind of exactly what it is, but you know what I mean? Or again, I can, invest in a camera and then invest in, say, like a mic that I could put like here, or I don't know, somewhere nearby, so you can hear me a little more clearly. And again, the kind of things I always have in mind with these videos of like the way I want them to look and sound and feel is kind of like a combination of, again, I don't really watch this channel. I've seen like, I've seen just like, clips of the stuff that he makes on YouTube. But Sam Solik, I like what he does whenever he's in like a car. He has like a nice video, like a nice like camera setup, like a good angle, and he's just driving and talking kind of like how I am, and he has like a mic on his hat or wherever it is. Again, I don't watch his videos that much, but I know they're cool videos, so shout out if he's watching. Yeah, so I kind of want to do something like what he does, and then also at the same time, there's like a show. There is a show called Top Gear, and there's also a show called The Grand Tour. And the way that they film those shows, if you know those shows, then you know. But the way they film those is also kind of what I try to go with these videos as well. Again, so I kind of bring it back. I watched back my videos and kind of assessed everything, how everything's going currently from a viewer standpoint, and noticed some things that could be better, and kind of took mental note of them. And here I am kind of shedding some light on them, because, if I notice them, I'm sure you guys notice them too. And yeah, kind of connecting that to a deeper meaning and lesson to learn is that, while I do these with my videos, I kind of watch film and analyze and look to improve. You should also do the same thing with yourself in your life as well. Every so often, take a step back, detach, and kind of look at yourself and look at your life and look at the world that you're living in. Look at your reality. See what's good, see what's bad, or maybe not what's bad, but what could be better. See what's good, see what could be better. See how much you've grown since the last time you kind of took a step back and looked at everything from afar. Appreciate everything, all the progress you've made. But again, know that there's a lot more to be done, and much more good to be had, if you're willing to make the changes. So yeah, I know playing a sport in college, one of the things that you do most, besides schoolwork, of course, is, watch film. And whether you're watching film on, yourself or your team or another team, you're always trying to really, you are seeing things from a different angle, so you are kind of physically taking a step back from everything, but you're really seeing things from a different angle that allows you to see things differently and learn from those things and grow from those things and become better from those things, again, whether it be as an individual or as a group. So this is kind of my way, I guess, of watching film on myself, and probably realizing it now, something I should do more often. Again, for me, it might be a thing that I do, once every 2 weeks. For you, it could be something that you do once a week, or, once a day, maybe. Like, everyone's different, but again, whatever. It's something I've said a few times if you've been paying attention to these videos, but whatever works best for you is what's best for you. Whatever's best for you is what's best for you. So there's another topic. Oh, and one more thing because I totally forgot to mention, is kind of the main point of watching back my video, is I want to speak a little more clearly. And what I mean by that is a little more focused and clear and understandably, and really just kind of really speak more simply and wisely and effectively, really. So what that means is stop saying so much and all these other filler words, and rather than just kind of spew a bunch of words at you, try to make more of an conscious effort to slow things down a little bit. Speak slower, speak more simply, and speak fewer, if that kind of makes sense. But by speaking fewer, really drive home the words that you do speak. So that is kind of like the main thing, besides, say, like the audio and the visual aspect of these that I'm looking to improve on, and I will. I'm not too concerned about it. It'll definitely come with more videos that I make. But yeah, so here we are, just realizing all those things and working on them slowly and getting that 1% better every day. And again, I hope that I'm going the right way, because I wonder if there's a way while I'm at this traffic light to see. All right, well, the video just cut. Turns out I can't, move screens while I'm recording, so there's another lesson learned that I got 1% better at. Yeah, so I am going the right way, which is good. Don't crash into me, dude. Okay. So I am going the right way, which is good. And I guess another thing, just on the topic of these videos, again, while say they're not perfect, and while they'll probably never be perfect, they do get better each and every day and each and every time that I sit down, start my car, and press record. And I really do believe that I'm sitting on a pot of gold with my thoughts in these videos and the vision that I have in my head of everything. I really do feel like, especially now, the world needs someone like me, and I want to do my part with everything that I have to really do the best I can to have the most positive impact on as many people as possible. I really do believe that these videos can not only reach the screens, but reach the hearts and the minds of millions of people. And again, like, of course, while this is always good for me, to make these videos and to look back on them and all the stuff that comes with that, it really is for you guys. I know I've said this a bunch already, but these videos really are for you guys at the end of the day. Again, I'm just trying to do my part in this whole scheme of things to just help out as many of you guys as possible. And again, I really do believe, I truly believe deep down that I will be a beacon of light for millions of people. And it's only a matter of time before that milestone is eventually hit. Again, this channel grows more and more every day, and my interaction with you guys grows more and more every day, and that's certainly something that I've been noticing and that I've been super grateful for. Again, it's honestly my favorite part, just looking at my phone and seeing notifications for new comments and people who believe in me when sometimes my belief in myself could be better. People that I've never met before, people that are complete strangers to me and may remain that way the rest of my life. People just telling me that I'm doing a good thing and telling me to keep going. That's a very powerful thing for me, and it's something that inspires me and really motivates me quite a lot, and really just keeps in the back of my mind to keep going, and instills in me deeper and deeper the why as to why I do all this in the first place. Again, I've never really been one to kind of put myself in the spotlight and in a way put myself on the chopping block and someone to want attention. But here I am kind of just doing that, and it's been so good for me, and it's had such a positive impact on me, doing this and trying to reach and help out as many of you guys as I possibly can. And I'm gonna keep going. I would have never imagine myself doing what I'm doing now, but I'm so glad that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm still getting more comfortable every day with the fact that all these videos are out there and all this other stuff is out there, and my friends can watch it, my family can watch it, and I do have to be honest, it is a little weird to make these videos every day, and I press stop recording and get out of my car, go into my house, and I'm still living at home for the time being, and come home and eat dinner with my family, and they're asking about the whole YouTube thing. I'm still a little uncomfortable with all that. I think just because they're my family, and their thoughts and opinion matter more to me than kind of anyone else's, even though that I am learning more and more and growing more and more every day to of course value their opinion, but don't let it stop me from doing something that I want to do and what I'm meant to do. Yeah, it's long story short, with all this stuff, I'm happy to be here. Just plain and simple. I'm very happy to be here. And I'm very, very excited to see where this all takes me, and how far this will all go, and what my future holds, both for me as an individual as well as for all you guys who watch these, and really just the world in general. I'm excited to see where it all goes, and I'm just happy to be part of it and do my role in the well-being of it all. Excuse me while I concentrate for a few seconds here. And yeah, if you can hear my car rattle a little bit, I apologize. I have a feeling what it is. I think it's a spare tire in the back that's kind of squeaking against the container for it, so I kind of have to shimmy that a little bit. Hopefully that might quiet it up, so I just got to remember to do that. But yeah, and thinking about ending that conversation with just trying to help out the world, and wherever the world's going, just trying to do my part, and keeping the well-being of it all and improving it, if anything. I'm sure it doesn't take, or I should say that you don't have to live under a rock to realize that, or to see that there's a lot of people who are very concerned with, say, how this country, by that I mean the United States, is going to turn out with all this presidency and election stuff that's happening. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people are honestly fearful. And while I can understand to an extent where they're coming from, am I turning soon? I don't know. I'm on a road that I recognize now, so yeah, I do have to turn soon. But while some people may be worried and concerned about the future of the country and their loved ones and themselves, I really don't feel that way. And again, it's not for any political reason or any biased reason whatsoever, but again, it goes back to just believing that we are exactly where we are, both be it the circumstance that we are in our life, as well as the actual point in time where we are in the history of humanity, of mankind. We're all here at the exact time and in the exact circumstance for a very specific reason. And we each have, whether we realize it or not, a big part to play in quite literally everything right now. And while, yes, there may be because of things happening, different things happening in the future, whether you perceive them as good or bad. Again, it's all perception, and I think you just have to learn how to train yourself over time to perceive everything as good and everything as beautiful, no matter what you may originally perceive it to be on the surface and perceive it to be initially. And really, no matter what happens, like, it's all just to experience. You know, it's all just to tell a story to other people at the end of the day. You know, no matter what happens, whether it be, again, what we perceive as good or bad, it's all just a story that we get to tell our kids at the end of the day. And it's all just an experience that we get to have as humans at the end of the day. And for that reason, or I guess those reasons alone, I'm not fearful, or I'm not worried about whatever may come in the future. You know, be it with this new presidency or whatever way that, you know, the world is currently trending. Like, none of it scares me. I'm not worried about it all. I don't fear anything about it. If anything, I look forward to, because I look forward to the experience to be had and the story and the memories that I can tell and have because of it. And so again, I hope I didn't miss a turn. Hold on. But yeah, I think that's a good message to share with you guys. Hold on, I gotta cut it to make sure I didn't miss a turn, so just give me a sec here. Once I get to a comfortable spot. One sec here. Alright, we're good. Turns out our turn's right here. So no need to worry, it all works out in the end. Yeah, so I hope that I'm getting close now. We'll see. But yeah, we're on more local roads, so I'm not sure what that means. We're off the main road. But yeah, so again, kind of to tie it back to the beginning of this video, but I'm looking forward to this little dinner that I'm having with my old teammate. If he's watching this, shout out. But this guy, he's a really good guy, and he's a guy that, you know, has helped me so much, whether he realizes it or not, as an individual. And he really is just such a good role model and such a great guy to look up to and to follow in the footsteps of, in one way or another. And yeah, it's gonna be really nice to kind of see his face and to catch up with him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I took the responsibility of, you know, finding a place in between the two of us, finding some middle ground place to, you know, meet and have dinner and all that. And so I honestly took quite some time to find the right place, to find somewhere, you know, of course, first off in the middle, but find a place that, you know, had a good looking menu with good value to it, because that stuff's important to me. But yeah, so I picked out this restaurant that's pretty much as close to the middle as I could find for the two of us, and there's just one item on the menu that, you know, I'm really hoping that they still have, because it's a big reason why I picked this place. So that being said, I'm looking forward to, you know, catching up with a very good person and enjoying some very good food. So yeah, and, you know, I'm all excited about this dinner, and it kind of reminds me to, you know, not only be excited for stuff like this, but really to be excited about everything in life, to just always live in a state of excitement. Because really, I think that, and this is kind of something that I learned, or I realized or at least something that implanted a seed of thought of me from this TikTok I saw a few days ago. Not exactly sure when, but they talked about just the example of say the day before you go on vacation, or even like on your way to the airport to go on vacation. Like, no matter what happens to you, like, no matter what inconvenience or what thing that would normally bug you or annoy you or anything that would make you feel a negative emotion, it all just seems to bounce right off you, to roll right off you, to totally just unaffect you completely. And the reason for that is, again, because you're so excited in the moment about what's to come and what's happening right now that you don't, like, all you feel and all you see is positive stuff. It doesn't go the same way for the negative stuff. Again, you're just completely unaffected, and it all just rolls and bounces right off you. And really, the biggest thing to learn from that is to carry that same feeling, that same attitude, that same emotion, that same energy with you literally everywhere you go, all the time. If you're just always in a state of happiness and joy and excitement and passion, like, no matter what happens to you, what negative thing might happen to you, or what tries to bring you down, it's never going to. Because feelings of positivity and everything related to that will always silence and crush all those negative feelings, all those feelings on the other side of the spectrum. And so if you can learn and practice just being happy and excited and joyous and passionate in the moment, in the now, in the present moment, like, nothing will ever bring you down. Like, you'll never be in a negative mindset, and when you're always in a positive mindset all the time and a high frequency, a high vibration, only good things will ever happen to you, and only good things will come to you. And it's a big part of just always living the best possible life that you can. And, well, one, I think it's good to mention that there are always things to be excited about. And, again, you do have control, whether you realize it now or not, of your mind. And you do have control of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. And with all that, your world and your reality and your life. It's your brain. Like, it's your mind. It's not anyone else's. It is truly and genuinely and authentically yours. No one else's. And you control it. You control it all the time. And I don't want to go too deep into it, because I've talked about it a good amount in previous videos, but I think a lot of us just kind of go through life not realizing this, and kind of just reacting to everything, and reacting to everything with ego and with kind of the animal, the mother nature inside of us. And I think that's one of the biggest drivers of what causes so many of us just to live, average lives and nothing more, and sadly, even below average. I think the more that you learn to control your mind, and the more that you leverage the power of your mind to, again, create the best possible life for yourself and those around you, that's really the biggest factor in exactly that, just living a good life and living an above average life. And again, the more you do that, the more above average of a life, the more high quality of a life that you can live. And I just think this is kind of a main theme of the channel, is kind of leveraging the power of your mind with the power of the universe. But again, just realizing this more and more, and learning more and more about it, and practicing it more and more, and sharing it more and more with you guys. Again, to bring it back, I'm just trying to do my part in all this to help out as best I can with what I have, and this is the biggest thing, or this is one of the biggest things that has helped me to get where I am in life, and put me on the trajectory that I feel I'm on, and you know how I can best help you guys out in the same way at the same time. So hopefully that all made sense. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts in my mind surrounding that. So yeah, what else? What other spaghetti can I throw on the wall? I think that, again, to kind of come back to another topic I talked about, more talking about the person that, I'm meeting for dinner, the good friend of mine that I'm meeting, is that they really did have a very positive impact on me to this day, and for the foreseeable future too. Like, they really truly helped me out a lot in life, and they'll continue to. I know that for a fact. They will continue to as time goes. And one of the coolest things about this person is that they do these absolutely crazy things in life, and crazy in the best way possible. And they set out to do these crazy things, and one way or another, they do it, and they do it well. And it just leads them to do even crazier and crazier things, and to tell cooler and cooler stories, and really give people like me the chance to say that I know this person, and I'm good friends with this person. And so again, just give another shout out to this person. They know who they are if they're watching this, but yeah, they've kind of taught me, I hope I just went the right way, they kind of taught me to, don't be afraid to do some crazy things in life. Lean into those things, and, see what good will come out of it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. They're doing their own crazy thing, and I'm doing mine, and they're two completely different things on the surface, but again, kind of like all things, at the core, they are kind of exactly the same, what they're doing versus what I'm doing right now. And, at the core, they're both these kind of crazy things that get us out of our comfort zone and challenge us, and force us to grow and to become better people, and live better lives, and help others. So again, it's cool just how everything works. It's really cool. So yeah, I'm kind of taking peeks at my phone just to make sure I made the right turn, waiting for directions to come up. I know this is like the third video, so I don't know exactly how long I've been recording, but it's probably going to be like around an hour. So again, I'm very happy with how this video has turned out so far. And yeah, if you have the patience and if you have the time, I think you can really learn a lot from this kind of sporadic and I'm not sure how else to describe it, maybe agile, I don't know, of a video. But I think I've said a lot of good things so far, and things that can help out a lot of people, and things that can go a long way for a lot of people. So yeah, in a good space with all that. I have to make a turn soon. said I'd be at the restaurant by like 6 o'clock, and it's currently 6:05. So I know I was in a little bit of traffic, but I like to think I'm getting close now. Okay. Again, trying to look at these directions as best I can. They're freaking sideways, so kind of interesting. But yeah, I honestly haven't been to this town that I'm going to ever since I was like a kid. Again, it's kind of far from where I live, and the only reason I came here as a kid was because of sports. And I would say the last time I was here was probably like middle school, maybe, if that. Middle school, if not elementary school, so it's been quite a while. And I'm quite unfamiliar with everything in this town. Yeah, I hope I'm getting close. I definitely hope I'm getting close. Yeah, trying to conjure up some more stuff to toss at you guys with the time that I have left. So yeah, one thing I noticed today at the office was, well, first off, it was just me from my team in the office today. Again, the only days that we have to come into the office is Monday and Wednesday. So on those days, like Thursday, Tuesday, and Friday, I know that wasn't in order, but on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, when we don't have to come to the office, pretty much I'm the only one in office. Sometimes other people show up, and it's really cool when they do. It's always a pleasant surprise, but yeah, so today it was just me for my team in the office, but there were a few other people that were on another team that were sitting in, you know, the kind of group that the cluster desks, the area that my team normally works, and where I was sitting today. It was a different team, and so I was seeing some different faces, and there was this one guy that was sitting a few desks away from me, and it was kind of cool to see that. It was kind of cool to see the way that he was interacting with those around him, and handling moments of, let's just say handling unideal moments. And it was honestly quite an admirable thing that he did. You know, when you could tell when things weren't going his way, because, you know, he would talk to others about it, but he did so with a big smile on his face, and almost kind of laughing at those problems at that. You know, nonchalantly treating them as if, you know, they're not that big of a deal, and that, you know, everything is going to be just fine, and things just aren't perfect right now, and it's nothing really to worry and to stress about and to get mad or whatever over. You know, it's all really, it's all just a bunch of hullabaloo at the end of it. You know, like, no matter how bad work can seem to get at times, like, it's never going to kill you. Like, you're always still going to be breathing and alive at the end of the day. Like, you're going to come out just fine. And because of that, there's no reason to kind of, you know, worry and stress and become frustrated too much at whatever may happen at the office. And he demonstrated that spot on. So again, even though even though I don't know who that is, they did have a positive impact on me today for sure. Being able to see that firsthand, how to best handle moments of unideal situations and moments of adversity. He certainly has that figured out, and, you know, even with him being a complete stranger to me, I learned a lot from him. So yeah, shout out that guy if he happens to watch this video. But yeah, and kind of talking a little bit about work and the office and stuff, I think it's another good message to share, again, with the time that I have left. Just to kind of, remind you guys, if whoever's watching this is, currently in the 9-to-5 life, that as, important as work may seem to yourself, it's never the priority. It should and it will never come before you and your family and all the other non-negotiables in your life. I think one conversation that we must have with ourselves at some point in life, sooner rather than later, is, defining and identifying exactly what is and what is important. What is and what isn't important to us in our lives and really our well-being. And I think when you have that conversation with yourself and you really get down to the bare bones, and you really get down to the core of everything, work, as good as it, may be for yourself in multiple aspects of your life, really ultimately it's not important. It doesn't fall under the label of important in your life. It's not a non-negotiable. It's not a top priority. It's not something worth, again, stressing and worrying and feeling these negative things about. I think there certainly are things in life worth, stressing about and all that stuff, but really work isn't one of those things. And again, I'm no perfect human being with this. I do sometimes fall out of alignment with that, and I feel those emotions, but I catch it as soon as I notice them, and I put an end to it. And I just remind myself that no matter what happens, work isn't ultimately important at the end of the day. And you may disagree with me right now, but I think the more you think about it, if you allow yourself to, the more that you'll agree with that general thing. So yeah, that's kind of something that I've come to realize, and that helps put my mind at ease, and helps clearly identify that vision that I have in my head with everything about myself and my life, and really just what keeps me on track each and every day towards that grand vision that I have, that highest vision of my soul, of everything. I think there's a lot of important conversations to have with yourself, but I do think that the conversation about what is and what isn't important in your life is definitely a conversation that, if you haven't already had with yourself, to do so, and again, to do so sooner rather than later. So I really do think I'm getting close now. I set the reservation for 6:30, and it's currently 6:15, and I set it for 6:30, giving myself an hour and a half to get here, which in my mind was more than enough time, but it ended up being kind of the perfect amount of time. Yeah, it looks like I'm just about here. So I'm gonna do my little outro now. But yeah, as always, I hope you guys are doing well, and that you'll continue to do well, really, forever. But just remember, there's a lot more to you than you think. Remember that I'm always rooting for you guys. I'm always in your corner, always cheering you on, always wishing you nothing but the best. And yeah, as always, just remember to reach out if you have any questions, any suggestions, or really just anything to say to me regarding absolutely anything. Don't hesitate to reach out. Eat some good food, hang out with some good people, and just messed up. But yeah, just remember, there's a lot lot more to it than you think, and we will, as soon as I park, we will talk soon. Yeah, we'll talk soon. Give me 1 sec. All right, we're parked now. We're here. We made it. We survived. We had some fun. But yeah, remember, there's a lot more to it than you think. And we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.